Well,
noches, ¿cómo
hello, good
están? Qué
evening. How is
rico estar
everyone
aquí con
doing?
ustedes y
How
pueden prender esas cámaras,
amazing to
sería
be here with you. You could
maravilloso
turn on your
para
cameras, that would
poderlos
be
ver y llenarnos de toda
wonderful
esa
so we
energía
can see you
maravillosa que
and get
transmiten
filled with that
ustedes.
amazing
Miren, para
energy
mí es
that
un
you
placer
have.
estar aquí
Look,
esta
for
noche
me,
con
it is a
ustedes junto a mi
pleasure to be this
esposo,
evening with you,
porque
with
desde el
my husband,
2019
because since
decidí empezar en esta
2019,
industria
I
maravillosa
decided to start
y
in
les
this
puedo decir que fue la
amazing
mejor
industry.
decisión
And I
que he
can
tomado
tell
en
you
mi
that it
vida.
was the
Después
best
de haber
decision
escogido a
that
mi
I've
esposo y
taken in
haberlo
my
dicho,
life.
ese sí, esta ha sido
After
una
saying
excelente
yes to my
decisión,
husband,
porque sin
that
duda ha
was
transformado
my
nuestra
this
vida, ha
was my second best
transformado
decision
nuestras
because it has
finanzas. Hoy en
transformed
día puedo
our
decir que tengo el
lives, our
marco como
finances. Now
presente,
I can
algo que
say I'm a
siempre
present mom and
soñé,
wife, which is
y
something that I
agradezco
always
infinitamente a
dreamt,
Dios por haberme
and
dado la
I thank
oportunidad
God
de empezar en este
forever
camino, ¿no?
for
Del mundo
giving
de los
us the chance
negocios y
of
sobre
starting in
todo
this path,
ahora
in
en
this world
con una
of this
tecnología que no
business,
tenemos
and especially
competencia,
with
que es
LifeWave, with a
un
technology that has
parche
no
que está
competition, which is
transformando
a
la salud de
patch
los seres
that is
humanos y
transforming the
nosotros
health
junto a
of
mi
human
esposo
beings.
sentimos esta
And
responsabilidad
my
social de
husband and
seguir
I feel the
ayudando y
social
cambiando la
responsibility to
vida
continue
de los
helping
seres
and
humanos y
changing the
sobre todo sus
lives
finanzas.
of
Así
human
que
beings and
es un
especially
gusto
their
estar aquí con
finances. So
ustedes.
it's a
Gracias
pleasure
por
being here
tomarse el
with you.
tiempo.
Thank you
Gracias
for
por estar
taking
aquí
your
con
time. Thank
nosotros.
you for being
Vamos a
here with
hablar
us.
un poco de
We
la
are
empresa,
going to talk a bit
el
about the
parche
company,
X39, de
the
qué se
patch
trata, la
X39. What
tecnología,
is
el
this about?
científico.
The
Así
technology,
que
the
tómense
scientists.
estos
So
minutitos
take
para
a
de
couple of
verdad
minutes
estar aquí
to truthfully
conectados con
be
nosotros y
here,
poder
to
conocer
be
todo lo
connected,
que estamos
and to get
haciendo.
to know
Así que
everything that we're
nuevamente
doing.
gracias
So
por estar
again,
aquí y
thank
mi
you
amor,
again
voy
for
con el
being here.
PowerPoint
And
por
darling,
si
I'm
quieres
going
decir
to
unas
put
palabras
the
antes de
PowerPoint on,
comenzar.
or do you want to say a few words
Baby,
before we begin?
yeah, I was going to say a couple things, but I just why I think it would be wise for a lot of people that know you. Why are you here?
You gonna interview me again? A él le
No,
encanta hacer esto, le encanta
I
He
empezar a
just want
loves
to
to do
know.
entrevistar.
this. He loves to interview me here.
No, I just want. I think people want to know why your journey and acting and why life why are you here? What's it done for you?
Miren, estoy aquí porque
Okay, look, I'm
la
here
industria me encanta, como
because
les
I
decía,
love the
ha
industry.
cambiado
As
mi
I
estabilidad
said, it's
financiera,
changed our
pero
financial
más allá
life.
de eso,
But
saber que hemos
more than
ayudado a
that,
tantas personas
to
a cambiar
know
su
that we've
vida
helped so
ha
many
sido
people
algo
to
muy
change their
bonito.
lives
Mi
has
primera
been something
experiencia en este
amazing.
modelo de
My
negocio, la
first
primera empresa
experience
fue
in
en el
this business model, my
2019
first
y
company
lo
was
hice
in
realmente por una
2019.
necesidad. En
And
ese
I did it
momento
truthfully because I
yo
had
era
a
de
need
ser
at that
actriz,
moment.
puedo decir hoy en día soy
I
una
was an
actriz retirada. No
actress.
quiere decir
I
que
can
nunca
say that I'm
vuelva,
retired now.
porque
That
sé
doesn't
que
mean
hay
that I'll
personas que
never
quieren que
go back
regrese
because
y
I
es mi
know there are some
pasión y en
people that
algún
want me
momento
to come
haré
back, and
algo
it is my
yo
passion. And
y
at
que no
some
tenga que
point,
ir a
I will do
trabajarle a
something
nadie,
without having
pero pues básicamente en ese entonces
to
yo tenía un contrato de
leave what I'm doing
exclusividad con la
now. But at that
compañía.
time, I had
Todo
a
cambió en el
contract
mundo
of
del
exclusivity
espectáculo, de
with
la
that
televisión,
company.
ustedes saben,
Everything
con
changed
el
in the
mundo
world
digital,
of
las cosas
TV,
cambiaron
with the
y
digital
quitaron todos
era.
los talentos
Things changed,
exclusivos y
and
yo
all the
caí ahí.
exclusive
Entonces un día me
talents
llaman
fell,
y me
and I
dicen,
fell
después
amongst
de
those.
yo
So
ya
one
llevaba
day they
3 años
called
con
me,
el
and
contrato,
after
me llaman y me
me
dicen, no,
having
ya
still 3 years
te
in
dejamos
contract,
ir,
they
¿no? En ese
said, "I'm sorry,
momento
but we're letting you go."
recuerdo que lloré mis ojos
At
y
that
después
moment,
me
I remember I
levanté súper
cried.
positiva
And
y
the next day, I
optimista, que
woke up
sabía que iba
feeling
a haber
positive and
algo más
optimistic,
para mí,
knowing that there
¿no?
was
Que no me
something
iba a
else
quedar
for
ahí
me,
llorando y
that I wasn't
amargada.
going to
Y
stay
pedí a Dios, al
crying for
universo, por
what
una
was.
oportunidad
So I
y en ese
begged the
momento
universe for
decidí
an
que nunca
opportunity
más
at
le
that
iba a deber
moment and
manos a
decided
nadie mi
that
vida
I would
financiera.
never ever
Y eso
leave
fue
my
exactamente lo que
financial
hice.
life in
Abrí mi
anyone's
mente y mi
hands anymore.
corazón a
So
nuevas
that's exactly what I
oportunidades.
did. I
Se
opened my mind,
presenta
my
la
heart to new
oportunidad de entrar a
opportunities.
este modelo de
And
negocio y
now
dije,
I
ok,
found the
básicamente
opportunity
voy a
of
hacer lo
starting
que
into this
siempre
business
venimos
model. And then
haciendo
I said, okay,
hoy en
basically, I'm
día.
going to do what
No
we always
nosotros, no
do
solamente en
nowadays,
redes
not only
sociales,
us,
con
and
todo el
not
mundo,
only in
con la
social
prima,
media.
la amiga.
Everybody
Nos
does
vamos a
this
desayunar,
with your
vayamos a
cousin, your friend,
almorzar
when
y
you go to have
siempre nos
breakfast, when you go
recomendamos
to
algo
eat.
de alguna
We
manera.
always
Ay,
recommend
¿sabes qué
each other
bonita tu
something in a
cartera? ¿De
way.
dónde es?
Hey,
Mira,
Isabel,
acá está
your
el link.
wallet is so
¿Sí o no?
beautiful.
Entonces
Where
para
did
mí
you
es todo
buy
un
it? Oh,
ejemplo.
here's a
Entonces
link.
para mí
That's
fue
what we
algo
do
como
all
muy
the time,
claro y
right? So that
simple
for me, it was something very
que iba a ser
clear
lo mismo.
and
Dije,
very
voy a
simple. It
compartir
was just
algo
going
que
to be
me
the same.
guste,
I'm going to share
voy a
something that I
ganar
like.
dinero, pero
I'm
a la
going to
misma
earn
vez
money
yo voy
through
a
it.
ayudar a las
But at the same
personas que
time, I'm
deseen
going
crecer
to
y tener
help
sus
people who
propios
say
negocios
yes to
y
having
de
their
la
own
misma manera
businesses,
a que
and at the
ellos
same
salgan
time,
adelante en su
for
vida
them to
financiera.
be successful
Entendí en ese
financially
momento la
too.
diferencia de
At
un
that
negocio
time, I
tradicional
understood the
y redes de
difference between between a traditional business and network marketing,
absurda,
which is
absurda en el
something
buen sentido de la
absurd,
palabra. ¿Por qué?
absurd
Porque
in the good
básicamente
sense
cuando
of the
tienes un
world
negocio
word.
tradicional,
Why?
tienes que
Because
invertir
basically
una
when you
cantidad de
have
dinero.
a
Por ejemplo,
traditional business, you
nosotros
need to
tenemos
invest
una
a
tienda de
certain
ropa online.
amount.
¿Qué
For
tenemos que hacer?
example, we
Comprar
have an
ropa,
online store.
invertir
So what do
muchísimo
we have to
dinero,
do?
página
Purchase
web,
clothes, invest a lot of
empleados,
money, a
envíos,
web
todo ese
page,
dolor de cabeza. En
staff,
cambio, redes de mercadeo,
shipment, all that
no te tienes
headache.
que
But
preocupar por nada de
in
eso. Tú
social
simplemente te encargas de
networking,
crear
you don't have
filas de
to worry
personas
about
que
anything of
básicamente
that. You
quieren lo
just
mismo que
have to
tú,
create
tener una vida
your
financiera
network of
mucho
people
mejor,
that
tener más
simply
tiempo
want
con
the
su familia.
best for their finances, just like you, the best for their family, just like you, to be a present mom for their children, for their husband, to be able to travel, to have the house of their dreams. So, whatever is your why, basically, that for me was a very clear message and a reply to something that I was asking God for to be able to be a present mom. And I decided to run with the opportunity. From 2019, I've had, and I say this with all the humbleness in the world, a lot of success in this industry. So, why am I here? Because when I used the patch X39, I can tell you that I felt an enormous improvement in many aspects. And that, now we're going to talk a bit about that. But I truthfully understood that my place was here with my husband because due to circumstances of life, something happened in the other company that I was in, and I had to come here. It's not that I had to come here. We took the decision as husband and wife to do this together. We have to be here. We have to continue helping people, but this time uniting our strengths. So basically, I said yes to being here with my husband, but also because truthfully, we have a product that has no competition, which is patented, that there's nobody out there that can have this product, that can resell it. So I said, why not? Here is the place. This is the opportunity. I saw what my husband was doing on his own, and I said, let's unite our strengths. And that was the best decision. We have been in this since March together, and we are really happy because truthfully, transforming people's lives has been something amazing and something that makes us feel passionate.
Awesome. Well, I'm Jay. A lot of you guys know me as Jimenez husband. Um, but I've been a serial entrepreneur my entire life. I've been in business my entire life. And the reason I'm here was not because I was looking for an opportunity to do this. It kind of fell in my lap, and a friend of mine called me, and I had been complaining and whining about pain in my body for probably 5 years with my wife. And this individual called me up and said that it could take the pain out of my body. And my wife's like, yes, 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 do whatever's going to take the pain out of my body. She did not say that. So, anyways, he told me about this patch. I at first thought it was BS. I thought it was snake oil. I thought there was no way because I had researched stem cells because my wife and I read a book called Life Force by Tony Robbins, and we started learning about stem cells. And we also learned that we should have saved our baby stem cells when our doctor asked us, but our doctor said, "Oh, most people don't do that." And after reading Tony's book, we were like, "Oh my God, we should have kept the stem cells for them, and if they ever get sick or anything." So that was my experience with stem cells. And then I started researching stem cells for their own pain in my body. And what I figured out with stem cells is that um, they might not work. They're really, really expensive, and your body could reject them. And so when I found this device and I put this device on, within the first day, I started feeling something. And my wife immediately said, it's probably just a placebo effect. And I was like, well, if it's a placebo effect, I'm good with a placebo effect because I feel amazing. I feel better than I've ever had in my entire life. And then my wife had an event that I went to, and a young lady came up to me at this event. And this was like the defining moment for me. But she came up to me and she was crying. And she told me that I changed her life. And in the moment, I was like, she's being a little melodramatic. I'm not exactly sure how I could have possibly changed your life. I have no idea who you are. And she was like, well, the fact that you said yes to the X39 patch and you put it on your social media, and then another friend that was connected to you, I saw it. I decided to try it on my kids. And I have two 3-year-old twins at the time. So this was a year ago. So they're 4 years old now, but they were 3-year old at the time. And she's like, one of my son has severe autism. And after 2 weeks of wearing this patch, he's a different little boy. I don't recognize him. He's playing with his brother. He's singing. He's drawing. He's doing art. He's not to himself. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then her husband said to me, well, that's not the most amazing part. The most amazing part is we have another 3-year-old twin that's never eaten food in 2.5 years since he started getting off his bottle at 6 months. We've had him on a feeding tube. And she shows a picture of her phone and scrolls, and they're feeding him through a feeding tube. And I was like, I am so sorry. That is just so awful. And he was like, that's not the awful part. The awful part is he vomits 5 to 6 times a day in restaurants, in our car, in our house, at friends' houses. And if you know anything about me and vomit, like that was just like, whoa, like that is terrible. And so she was like, but the good news is after a week and a half, 10 days of wearing this patch, she scrolled to a video on her phone of her actual son sitting in a high chair feeding himself and eating food for the first time. And in that moment, I remember leaving that night and I told my wife, I was like, you know what, this is bigger than me. It's my social responsibility to share this with every single person that I know, every single one of my friends, every single one of my entrepreneurial friends. Like, this is going to change people's lives from 80, 90 years old down to 3 years old. This is something that is not out there, and it's a crazy device that's going to help humanity. And so that's what I did. I went all in. I went all in on this. And what I want to show you guys, what I'm going to start with tonight, my wife's going to pull up the presentation now. But what I want to talk to you guys about is the amazing human being that actually created this patch. And he, his name is David Schmidt. He is the CEO, the inventor of the X39. He is a scientist. He's an inventor. My wife and I call him the um the Steve Jobs of wellness. This guy is a genius. Every time we hear him speak, we're always in awe of him. He loves human beings. He really just wants to help humanity. He does all kinds of things outside of this company to help people all over the world. He has over 200 patents. This guy is the Tony Stark's Iron Man of the modern day age. And this patent on this patch that we're going to talk about next on the next slide took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring it to market. David was not going to bring this to market until he had a patent on this product because he wanted to have something that said that it did what it did. And so back in 2006, he started focusing on age reversing because so many people were focused on anti-aging. And he just was like, why are people aging so aggressively? Like, what's causing human beings to age? There's got to be something. And so in 2008, he stumbled upon stem cells and he started focusing all of his attention on stem cells and figured out that stem cells are the culprit that is making people age so aggressively. So what she's showing on the screen now is the patent. And what the patent says is it is clearly in there. You can look up this US patent number, but it's the embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, which copper peptide and stem cells work hand in hand, improvements in energy and elevation of antioxidants, which antioxidants get inflammation out of your body. Inflammation is the culprit for everything. It causes depression, anxiety, pain. It causes, mental brain fog, tiredness, all the things that we have that we just want gone out of our body comes from inflammation. And inflammation comes from the lack there of stem cells in our body. And so, why did he start creating and why did he start focusing on this stem cell activation patch? Well, in his research, what he figured out is between the age of when you're born, the day you're born, and 30 years old, over that time period, 50% of your stem cells will go dormant in your body. And that's why we see a lot of athletes at the age of 30 really start to decline in their careers, get more injuries. Their recovery time is a lot longer because the stem cells are not what they were when they were 15 or 16 or 18. And then that's why we also see people at the age of 60 really decline because between the age of 30 and 60 years old, 95% of the stem cells in your body are dormant. And so that's why we see this big cliff after 60 of people really aging aggressively. We also see this cliff of people getting disease and getting sick and getting Alzheimer's, and all these things start to happen to us because we don't have the stem cells there to protect us. So, how does this X39 patch work? It's a proprietary form of photo light therapy. It has patented nanocrystal technology. I have one right here. It's the size of a quarter. It has crystals, a patented nanocrystal technology that reflects light to activate your copper peptide and elevate and regenerate your stem cells. The patch is non-invasive. There's nothing going into your body. Like there's a nicotine patch. Well, it secretes nicotine into your body. There's pain patches that secrete stuff into your body to release the pain. It has nothing. It's non-invasive. It's non-transdermal. There's nothing penetrating your skin. You literally has no drugs, no chemicals, or no stimulants. It's only using your own body's resources to actually stimulate that copper peptide and elevate those stem cells so that they can go do their job again and also keep you young, keep you full of energy, and keep you from getting sick. So, babe, why don't you talk to them about the benefits of X39?
Esta es una de mis cosas
This
favoritas
is one of
porque
my
casi
favorite
todo lo que
things
está
because
aquí, bueno, no,
almost everything
todo
that you see
lo
here,
he
no,
vivido.
everything is
Incremento en la
something that I've lived.
fortaleza,
An
reducción de
increase
la
in strength,
inflamación,
reduction in
mayor resistencia
inflammation,
en el gimnasio, me
greater
siento full,
stamina. I can feel
mayor
that full
energía y
in the gym,
vitalidad,
more
claridad
energy and
mental,
vitality,
restauración
mental
muscular,
clarity,
mejoría del
muscle
sueño,
restoration,
mejoría en la
improvement
piel,
of
en
sleep,
el cabello, o
improvement in
sea,
the skin,
yo he sentido
improvement
la
of hair.
gran
I've
mayoría en mi piel, en mi
felt
cabello. De hecho, mi
most of
mamá
the improvement in my skin and
el
my
otro
hair. And
día me
actually,
llama y
my
me
mom the other
dice,
day called
mira por
me
favor
and
mi
said,
pecho, o sea,
look,
mi mamá
please,
va a
at my
cumplir
chest.
casi
My mom
70
is
años
almost going to turn
y se
70,
ve muy bien,
and
espectacular,
she
y el pechito por lo
looks
que sea
amazing,
un poco
spectacular,
arrugado desde
but
que empezó a
her
utilizar el
chest skin
X39
was
que
a
le ha
bit wrinkled
entregado
and it
muchísimas
has improved
arrugas.
so much
Entonces esto es
since
algo
she started
increíble
using
porque
X39.
realmente sí
So
hay
this is something
personas que se
amazing
están
because
beneficiando
truthfully,
mucho de
yes, there are
utilizar
people who are
X39
benefiting
porque
a
tienen
lot
dolencias,
from
porque tienen
X39
inflamación
patches
o porque
because they're in
tienen
pain or
alguna
inflammation or
condición
because
y
they have a
esto les
certain
ayuda. No, no
condition
podemos
and
decir
this
que
helps
cura,
them. We
pero
can't say that
evidentemente hay
it
muchos
cures,
testimonios
but
de personas
evidently
que
there's a
están
lot of testimonials
compartiendo
of people who
lo que les
are
ha sucedido
sharing
o su
what has happened
testimonio
to them
con el
or
parche
their testimonial
X39.
with the patch
Pero realmente
X39.
también
But
pasa que cuando eres
truthfully,
una
another thing
persona
that happens
que eres
is that
saludable,
when
que
you're a
vas al
person who
gimnasio, que
is
te
healthy, who
cuidas,
goes to the
pues
gym,
obviamente
who takes
entiendes
care
el
of yourself,
valor que el
obviously you do
X39
understand the value of
representa si
X39 because
quieres
you know
mantenerte
and you want to
joven, quieres
maintain
mantenerte
yourself young,
saludable,
you want
quieres
to be healthy,
pues obviamente
you
llegar a los 100
obviously
años, pero
want to
llegar
reach the
saludable,
100
que puedas
years, but
caminar,
in a
que no te
healthy
tengas que
state, being
caer.
able to walk,
Entonces
not
es
falling
un
down.
producto
So
nuevamente,
it's a
al no tener
product, again,
competencia, pues es
that
algo
has
muy
no
interesante
competition.
porque
So
realmente
it's
puedes
very
ayudar a la
interesting
persona que
because you
utiliza
can
su
truly
lente, pero
help
también
whoever
es un
is in
producto para
pain, but
esas personas
also
que se
it's a
cuidan y
product
son
for those
saludables.
people who take care of
Ahora,
themselves
por
and
ejemplo,
are
en
healthy.
estos
Now,
resultados,
for
esto es un
example, in
mapa
these results, this
topográfico.
is a
Básicamente le hicieron un
topographic
estudio
map.
en su cerebro
Basically,
a una
they
señora de
studied a
77 años.
77-year-old woman's
Pueden ver aquí
brain.
en la sesión
You can
1,
see
todo
here
esto
on
que está en
session one,
rojo es
all this,
inflamación.
which is red, is
Esto fue el
inflammation.
estudio sin
This
el
was
parche
the study
X39.
without the X39
Inflamación
patch.
en el cerebro y
Inflammation
la señora
in the
tenía falta
brain,
de
and
coherencia cerebral.
she had
Aquí
lack of
pueden ver
brain
en la sesión
coherence.
número
And
2,
here you can see in
3
session
semanas
number
de
two,
uso con el parche
after 3 weeks
X39,
of
ya
use of the
no hay
patch
inflamación
X39,
y la
there is no
señora tenía
inflammation anymore,
mejor
and the
memoria
woman
de
had
coherencia cerebral.
a better
Sesión número
brain
3 pueden ver
cognition.
6
In
semanas
session
con el
number
parche
three, 6 weeks
X39.
with
Hay
patch
un cambio
X39, you can see that
completo.
there is a
Nada de
complete
inflamación y
change,
mejor
no
coherencia cerebral.
inflammation, and better brain
Estos son
coherence.
estudios
These
reales.
are real
Esto no lo
studies.
estamos
This is
inventando,
not
esto
something
es
that is made
real.
up. This is real.
Resultados a largo
The
plazo.
results
Los
in the
primeros
long
días,
term, in the
4.000
first
genes
days,
comienzan a
4,000 genes
restablecerse.
start to
Dentro de 6 semanas, el
reactivate.
cerebro se
After
equilibra.
six
Dentro de
weeks,
tres
the
meses, su
brain
colágeno
is
aumenta. Dentro de 6 meses, el corazón se
balanced. Afterwards, the
invierte en
collagen
edad.
increases,
Esto es algo
and
muy
after
interesante
six
porque esto
months,
no es
the heart reverses in
anti-envejecimiento,
age. This is super
es
interesting because this
revertir
isn't
la edad.
anti-aging. This is reverting
Cuando Jay
age.
dijo,
When
este
Jay said
científico y el dueño, el
that this
CEO, es una
scientist
cosa
and the
loca, o
owner,
sea,
CEO, this
de
is
verdad que
crazy.
lo que él ha creado
Truthfully,
y
what
cómo
he has
desarrolló esta
created and
tecnología,
how
que
he
de hecho
has developed this
nadie sabe,
technology,
es un
which
secreto,
actually
nadie
nobody
sabe,
knows.
nadie
It's a
va a
secret.
saber
Nobody
jamás
knows, and nobody
cómo
is
lo
ever
hizo
going to know
y qué fue y
how
cuál
he
es la
did it
fórmula,
and
¿no?
what
Así que
is the
nuevamente,
formula. So,
esto es lo interesante de
again,
este
this is
modelo
the
de negocio,
interesting part about this
porque
business model
en esta empresa
because
nuevamente
in
tenemos
this
un
company,
producto
again,
pues que no
let me
tiene
say, we have
ninguna
a product
competencia.
that has
¿Cómo
no
usar el parche
competition at all.
X39?
So how
Súper
to use the
sencillo, te lo pones en la
X39 patch
mañana,
is
te lo
super
quitas en la
easy. You wear
noche.
it in the
Son
morning, you
12
take it
horas.
off at night.
Te lo
It's
pusiste a
12
las 9 de la
hours.
mañana, te
If
lo
you
quitas
wear
a
it
las
at
9 de la
9
noche.
a.m., you
Lo
take
vas
it
a
off
botar
at 9
y
p.m.
al otro día
You
te
throw it
colocas
away, and the
uno nuevo.
next day
Lo
you
más
use a new
importante
one. The
aquí
most
es
important thing here
hidratarte
is to
muy bien.
hydrate
No sé
yourself
si ustedes han
very,
visto
very well.
personas
I
caminando por
don't know
ahí
if you've
con
seen people walking
galones de
around
agua. De
with
hecho, eso
gallons
tampoco es
of
bueno
water,
porque te
and
estás
that's not good
deshidratando.
either
Tú
because
tienes que tomar
you
la
are
medida
hydrating
exacta que
too
debemos
much. You
tomar
have
de
to take
agua.
the
Es
exact measure that
la
we need to
mitad de
drink
tu
of water,
peso
which is
en
half
onzas
of your
de
body
agua.
weight in
Eso es
ounces
lo que
of water.
debemos tomar.
That is
¿Ok?
what you
Entonces
need to
es
take.
sumamente
Okay,
importante que
so
una vez
it is
empieces
crucially
con el
important that once you
X39 te
start with
hidrates súper bien,
X39,
que tomes
you
tus
are well
electrolitos,
hydrated, you drink your
porque
electrolytes
evidentemente
because
vas
evidently it is going to help the patch do its work.
You want to add something,
You
Awesome.
want to add
Camilo?
And
something, Jay?
no, I'm gonna add to this other idea. I just want to say I didn't make this announcement for all of our English friends. There is translation. We made it in Spanish, but we didn't make it in English. You can
Mm.
choose to have translation in English, which is what I listen to. And my wife, it's really the only other time I understand her when she's speaking Spanish, fully because she speaks very, very fast. So it's good. I love having translation calls with her because then I can understand everything she's saying.
And you understand
Um,
everything I speak in English because I speak with no English with no accent.
And
with
no
the
accent, zero
translation. So
accent. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
perfect.
yeah, exactly. And so the other thing I want to tell you guys on this slide that I want to add to what my wife said is a couple things. This patch has no side effects whatsoever, except for two that could happen. One could be you could feel sleepy, or you could get a slight headache. And if either one of those happen, it's just because you haven't drank enough water. So as soon as you drink, 16 ounces of water, or maybe you need a little bit more, 24 ounces, and guzzle that down, you're gonna come alive again, and the headache's gonna go away. The reason you get those side effects is because your body is communicating with you that it needs water. Because your body is going to go through a detox. Your stem cells are to detox you. That's their main purpose, is to get toxins out of your body, to get inflammation. And the only way that the inflammation or the toxins leave your body is through going to the bathroom pee. Number two, breathing and sweating. That's the only way that it leaves. So your body, whenever you get a headache or you feel tired, that's your body communicating with you that you need to do something different. Most people take a stimulant. They might want to drink caffeine or coffee, which dehydrates you even more. So if you go and drink coffee, you're going to just do the opposite effect, and then it's going to just be dragged out. The other thing is there's only two people that cannot wear this patch. Okay. So you're gonna have people say, well, can I wear this? Can I wear this? There's two people that can't wear this patch. That is someone that is currently going through chemotherapy. Okay. And the reason why is chemotherapy is a toxin. Okay. So if the stem cells waking up are going to get rid of the toxins trying to kill that cancer. So that's the reason why they can't. And also anybody that has had any kind of organ transplant. Okay. So that's heart, kidneys, liver, pancreas, kidneys, anything in your body that's an organ that functions to keep you alive. If you've had a transplant, the reason why is because stem cells will recognize a foreign body, and that heart, kidney, liver, pancreas is someone else's. So it could reject that organ when you put it in. Now, if you get a knee replacement, hip replacement, anything like that, you can still wear it because that's not a organ in your body that's going to keep you alive. So those are the two people that can't wear this patch. Everyone else can wear this patch. I told you about the kids. I told you about older people. There's people that we just met at a conference that had Parkinson, that was in a wheelchair for 5 years, and he is up walking around and not shaking anymore. There's a story with people with Alzheimer's. There's all kinds of crazy stories that we've heard personally from people about this disease. Even him and his mom's best friend, she has MS. She literally was paralyzed in a bed, couldn't feed or drink or do anything. And now she's able to feed and help herself do drinks from this patch. So there's a lot of great things about this patch that happens. So what I want to talk to you guys about next is the company. LifeWave is a 20-year company. This is not a company that's been in business for 3 or 4 years. They've been in business for 20 years. They've had ups and they've had downs as they've been building this company. But the first 17 years of being in business, they did $20 million a year on average. After the X39 got its patent 4 years ago, it went from a $20 million company to a $320 million company. And this year, they're projecting to do about $1 billion. $1 billion in 4 years, from 20 million to $1 billion in 4 years, because this device works. Also, it's in 92 countries in the world. It's not just in a few countries, it's in 92 countries in the world. A lot of those countries are in Europe, which Europe is the hardest country. The EU is the hardest country to get anything into because they are so strict with anything coming into their countries. It's a patented product. The reason that is so important in this space is it's not a Me Too product. It's not a product you can get from anywhere besides someone that is in the business. The reason why is because the company doesn't want people to be able to go to get this anywhere, because they want the product to come directly from the company so the product is not tainted. It's not sitting in someone's car or someone's garage where when they get the device, it's not going to work on them because it has had too much heat, too much moisture exposure. So they want to control that to make sure that every single human being gets the benefits of this patch when they get it. So at this point, most people ask in the presentation or are wondering, how do I get this? And there's one of three ways that you can get this patch. The first way is you can buy it retail for $150 a month. But nobody really does that because you can buy it wholesale for $99 a month, which is about $3 a day with an auto ship. Now you can cancel the auto ship anytime. You're not locked into anything. But if you want to get it as a customer, and the third way that you can get this is you can become an affiliate with the company and share it like Camilla and I are, and they pay you to share this patch. And so that's when I always ask people when I'm having a conversation when I'm out and about is which one sounds most appealing to you. So if you want to be a customer, whoever invited you to this call, reach out to them and just say, hey, listen, I'd love to get a customer link so I can get this patch. I want to start on this patch and we'll get it to you. They'll get it to you within 2 to 3 business days. Okay. If you're interested in the business opportunity, that's what I'm going to talk about next. Okay. I'm going to talk about how the company compensates us right now. In the future, they're going to change it and they're enhancing it. But right now, it's really important to get in. And I want to tell you really quickly why it's important to get in now. This is a binary system. What a binary system means is you have 2 legs. And why it's so important to not wait to get into this is because as you come into the system, whoever you come in under, when they sign people up and they sign people up, you get credit for all those people that you have no connection with, right? Because there's only 2 legs in this organization. So the longer you wait, the further down in the organization you are, and you're not going to get that volume. So it's really, really important that you sign up as soon as possible. And this is the cool thing. The company in October is launching a documentary with David and the patch and the X39 and how it's transforming people's lives. This thing is going to blow up. You get in and you start talking about this, and becomes viral, and people start learning about this patch and knowing what it's going to do. They're going to be looking for people to get this patch from, and it should be you. The people that know you, it should come from you. So the 4 ways that the company pays right now with this patch is if someone signs up as a direct customer, direct retail customer, it's $150. The company pays you $50 of that 150. Okay? Every single month. If they become a preferred customer at the $99 rate that I told you about, they give you $20 for every customer every month. When they buy it, you get $20 every single month that they buy. Okay? That's the first way that you get paid in this business. The second way that you get paid in this business is if you have someone join you as an affiliate and they're going to start a business. And I want you guys to know this is a legitimate business. You guys can start a business for $295 by buying the core product pack. Okay. The core product pack is $295. That gives you 3 packs of patches. So it's a little below wholesale. And you're like, Jay, why do I need 3 packs? Well, you need one for yourself. Maybe you need one for your spouse. If not, then you have extra patches so that you can patch people when you're talking about this opportunity so they can feel that transformation like I did. Okay. And so that's for $295. They also have an advanced pack where you can get 6 sleeves of 30 for $535. Now, this is a one-time thing. This is not every single month. You're doing this one time and one time only, buying this product pack to launch your business. And then what Jimenez and I bought was the premium pack because we wanted to patch a lot of people. Like my wife said, every day in the gym, I'm patching people. I have patches with me all the time because they ask me about it. And then I talk about it. And then I give them patches and then I get them in the business. And that's for $17.50. At any time, if you start with the core pack and you want to upgrade to the advanced, the only thing you're doing is paying the difference. So decide where you want to start tonight and get your product pack so that you can get into binary. Now, how you make money off of that is if someone signs up as a core, you get paid $35 commission. And again, it's a one time because they can only sign up one time and buy a product pack one time. If they sign up in advance, you get a $75 commission. And if they sign up for premium, you get a $405 commission when they sign up for that premium. Okay. Now, that's the second way that you can make money is off of product packs. Now, like I told you, in this binary system that we have, you have to make sure that you bring 4 people into this business. That's going to launch your business, right? So when we start tonight, we want to help you get 4 people into this business so that you can start making money right away in this business. 4 people that you know, went to school with, family, friends, people you work with. And we have a system for you guys. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. We have everything set up where you can plug people in, we can give them the information, and you can get people started and get this business started right away. All right. The third way that you can make money, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here because it confuses people that haven't been in this industry before. This slide is like, what are you talking about? All this is based on volume, and you're building 2 legs, and we get what's called cycle bonuses. And for every $660 you have on your right or left leg, or $330 you have on the right or left leg on those 2 legs, for every 330 and 660, you get what's called a cycle, and that's $50. And you can make up to You can go to the next slide, baby. Up to $25,000 per week. The cool thing about this system and this company is they pay every Tuesday. Every single Tuesday, you're getting a paycheck. And under this bonus, you can make up to $25,000 a week, which is $1.2 million a year just off this bonus. And the fourth way that you can get paid is what was called generation bonuses. And these are matching bonuses. And the best example I can give you is, let's say I bring in my best friend from high school, Pedro, and he's making $1,000 a week off of the comp plan. I match him at 25% every single week. So I would make 250. Okay. Then let's say Pedro brought in his sister Maria, and Maria's making $1,000 every single week. I get 20% of everything that Maria makes. So I get 200 bucks off of Maria. And let's say Maria brings in her cousin Jose, and Jose's making $500 a week. Well, that third level, I get 20% again off of everything that Jose makes. So I make 100 bucks. So just off of three people every week, off those three people, I'm making $550, and I'm not doing anything, right? They're bringing in volume, they're building a team, and I'm just making money off them. That's the fourth way that you can make money in this business. Okay. So very, very, very lucrative business. Like I said, my wife has been doing this. I definitely thought she was crazy when she started, but she definitely proved me wrong. And I love this industry because you have zero overhead, zero. You have no overhead, right? You have no employees. The way this system works is genius if you think about it. You just have to have an open mind about this business because there is some negative things out there or somebody's going to say something to you. But if you're open to an opportunity, this business will transform your personal growth. It's going to transform your life and you're going to transform so many other people's lives. And this is what you get by joining our team and becoming a part of this. Now, everyone on this call is a part of our team. Okay. We're all one family. You get an amazing product that we only have access to. No one else has access to this product unless you're in this business with us, unless you're an entrepreneur, unless you start a business with us. The system that we have for you guys to launch your business, we have a website, we have a school training platform, we have these calls every single week that you can invite people in until you learn how to talk about this business. If it's a month, if it's 2 months, if it's a year and a half, it doesn't matter. We do these calls religiously every single week so that we can inform people to make a decision to change their life. All the tools that we have, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can plug into all the tools that we have and eventually quickly launch your business. The leadership inside of corporate is absolutely amazing. It's the best of the best. I worked for major Fortune 50 companies, and the leadership at this company is better than I've ever seen. We've been a part of a couple companies already in this space, and the leadership, including him and I, and our upline and our downline in this organization, no one holds a candle to it. We have been doing this a long time. We will help you take your business to the next level. And the compensation, you guys, it's unheard of what this company does. The industry pays an average of 32 to 40% of its revenue, meaning total revenue that comes into the business. Companies pay 32 to 40%, which is a high number on the 40 side for a lot of companies to pay that out. This company pays out 60% of its revenue to the affiliates, to the brand partners in this business, 60, which is an absorbent amount of money for the company to pay out. And it's remarkable. And there's so many millionaires being created because of this comp plan. So the coolest thing that I like about all of this is a 30-day risk-free guarantee. 30 risk free. If you decide to sign up tonight with whoever invited you to this call, or if you are here because of us, and you in 14 days, like, you know what, I don't want to do this. I don't think I'm going to be good at this. I want my money back. The company only wants people that really want to do this. They know the product works. So it's not going to be people are going to be sending something back because the product doesn't work because it has a 98% efficacy. The other 2% that it doesn't work on, they're not consistent with the patch. They're not drinking enough water. They're not wearing the patch every single day. This patch works 100% of the time if you use it right, and the company has no problem sending all your money back. So literally, there's no zero risk for you to jump into this opportunity. Plus, you're going to get to work with Jimena and I, and we know what we're doing in this business. I am a coach that has been in this business. I've built many, many businesses. You're going to learn all that stuff from us and be able to partner with us. And we will, if you go in on this, we'll help you take your business and your life to the very, very next level. So whoever invited you to this call, I want you to reach out to them and say, listen, I'm ready to get my business started. And when you do, make sure you say, listen, I need all of the stuff that Jay and Jimena have so that I can launch my business right away. Because everyone that's on this call or everyone that invites you to this call has those resources. If not, you can reach out to DM me, DM Jimena, and we'll make sure our team gets everything over to you right away so that you can have the resources to get on the calls and be able to start your business and launch your business today. I cannot wait to work with every single one of you and meet every single one of you. And babe, I know you want to close this out, so go ahead and close this out like you always do such a good job of.
Well, I wanted you to show a little bit of the website. Can we give them a sneak peek just for them to see what they're, signing up with and what they're gonna have?
Yes, I
Estamos creando una
We
página web
are
que ustedes ya
creating a web
sale esta
page that
semana.
I think is
Si Dios
going to
quiere,
be
para tenerlo
out
aquí
this
publicado para
week,
ustedes,
God willing,
para
for
que
the
las
whole
personas que
team, so
entren con
for you.
ustedes también tengan
So
estos mismos
for
recursos.
whoever
Básicamente es una
enrolls under
herramienta
you
que va a
has
tener
this
todo en un
resources.
solo lugar. Una
Basically,
página
it's
web
a
gráfico,
tool that is going to
obviamente
have
para
everything in the
compartir, donde
same
vas a
page
tener
where
videos
you
de
are going to be able
capacitación
to share
inicial,
the
oportunidades de
initial
negocio, vas a
training
tener
videos, the business
todo lo que
opportunities.
necesitas
You
y
are
más en
going
un
to
solo
have
lugar. Así
everything
que
you need
ya
and
ahorita
more
les va a
in one
mostrar
only place. So
aquí la página
my
web.
husband is going to show you the webpage right
Está
now.
quedando súper linda. Tenemos
It's
school
looking
también,
amazing.
ya
We
la
also
estamos
have school,
terminando para que
which is
puedan
something
tener
that we're
también.
finishing, so you can also have that.
Esta es la página web.
This is
Yeah,
the
so
web
this is our
page.
website. So you can like when you start, get on board. This is going to be all the resources you need to launch your business. All of our chats, all the calendar events that we have, all the calls that we have. So you could just go in here, click on this. If it's tonight, it's the 19th, 20, tomorrow's team training, you can go in, click on the Zoom link, boom, you're into the Zoom link. Also, all of our training modules, all the things that you need in the business, our school platform that's going to give you all the information that you need right away to start your business, our comp plan, our community top testimonials that you'll be able to share with people, as well as all the resources that we have to launch your business. So all this stuff you'll have at your fingertips. What your 30-day follow-up message, 60-day follow-up message, all the things that you're going to need to build a successful business is all right here at your fingertips. And when you sign somebody up, you can give them all these resources so that they can log into something and have everything that they need right away. So it's a very duplicatable process for these people.
Duplicable porque entendemos por experiencia propia que lo
Duplicatable
más
because through
importante en
our
este modelo de
experience, we
negocio es la
understand that the most
duplicación, que
important thing
nadie
in this
tenga que
business
venir
is
acá a
duplication. Nobody
reinventar la
has to come
rueda
here
o
to
a
reinvent the
preocuparse
wheel
que tú no
or
quieres
to
hacer y
be
ahora cómo
concerned
lo
on what
hago.
they
No,
have
no,
to
no,
do and
todo
how am I
está hecho,
going to
todo
do
está
it. No,
creado para que
everything
ustedes
is
y
done,
van a tener
everything has been
todo el
created for
soporte,
you,
así que
and
como
you're
dijo
going
mi
to have
esposo,
all our support. So just like
contacten a
my
la persona
husband
que los
said,
invitó a esta
contact the
llamada.
person who invited you to
Si
this call.
realmente quieren empezar a
If
cuidarse
you truly
de
want to
adentro hacia
start to
afuera y
care for
quieren
yourself
cambiar
from the inside to
su vida
outside and you want
financiera,
to change your
déjennos
financial
ayudarlos
life,
o
let us
ayudarlas.
help
Aquí
you.
está la
Here
oportunidad.
is the
Estamos en pleno
opportunity for
momentum.
you.
La
We're in
compañía es
momentum. The
increíble. De
company
hecho, la
is amazing.
convención anual
Actually,
es en
the
octubre.
annual convention is
Ojalá
in
todas las
October.
personas que entren
Hopefully,
puedan
everybody who
acompañarnos en
enrolls
octubre a
can
esa
be with us
conferencia
in
porque va a estar
October
increíble.
at that
Máximo ver
conference
al
because it's
científico
going
y
to be amazing.
escucharlo
There's nothing like
hablar en persona.
seeing and hearing
Eso
the
es muy,
scientists
muy lindo. Le
speaking in
pusimos The
person. This is a
Wellness
beautiful
Revolution
movement.
porque
We called it
queremos
the Wellness
ayudar a
Revolution
los
because
seres humanos no
we want to
solamente
help human
a
beings
enseñarles
not
acerca del patch,
only to
enseñarles acerca
teach
del
them about
negocio,
the
sino que
patch and teach
realmente
them
nos
about the
apasiona
business.
poder
We are
compartir
truly
nuestros
passionate about
secretos de
being
lo que
able to
hacemos en
share
nuestro día
our
a día
secrets on what
con
we
todos
do on our
ustedes.
day to day
Así que
with
nuevamente
all of
gracias
you.
por su tiempo,
So
gracias por
again,
haberse
thank you for
conectado,
your
gracias por
time.
mostrar
Thank
esa
you for
experiencia tan
connecting. Thank you, darling,
maravillosa
for that amazing
y de
explanation.
antemano queremos
And
darle la
ahead of time,
bienvenida a
we
todas las
want to
personas que se
welcome
unen con
you to all the
nosotros,
people
a
who
nuestro
join us
equipo.
and join our
Gracias, que
team.
pasen
Thank
una
you.
linda
Have an
noche.
amazing evening.